free. We're talking about Supermom. Well, Rosenberg doesn't agree that she's Supermom.
She's not Supermom.
Laura Styles kind of feeling like she's got an S on her chest or an M.
No, but I agree. She did what she was supposed to do. She was like, Michael, or whatever his name was. She went out there and she was like, oh, no, I'm not having none of this.
Her name is Toya Graham. She's a quote-unquote business owner in this area of Baltimore, if you haven't seen the clip. She saw her son on television, so the story goes, and she went to snatch him out of the little riots in broad daylight, smacked him up a few times, and ran him back in the crib. His name is Michael. He's 16 years old. He's got 3 older sisters, so he's the youngest boy. And she was like, look, is he perfect? No. But he's my son, and he's not going to end up like Freddie Gray. I'm going to go out here and whoop his ass and make sure that someone else doesn't whoop his ass. But Rosenberg, you say she's not Supermom.
No, she's a mom, and she went out there and got her kid.
She did what she was supposed to do.
Exactly. Exactly. This is like I take care of my kids, of course.
So it's just bothering you that people are commending her and people are saying that she's Supermom?
They're making it a story to just look for this angle to continue to glorify the general, like, what's have a sensational story. The fact of the matter is people are acting like she saw him on the news, and then there was a manhunt, and then she went and found him. She probably walked outside and was like, is that? And that's what who here wouldn't do that?
So then let's have a conversation with the people then. Fox, friends of the show, call up 800-223-9797. Are you with Rosenberg where you're like, yo, they're blowing this out of proportion, she's doing what she was supposed to do? Or are you on the other side where I feel like we need more of this? We don't see this enough.
Yeah.
Especially with teenagers. Now, if this little boy was 5, 6 years old and she was hitting on him like that, we would all have a problem. Yeah. But I do believe with teenagers, 14, 15, 16, 17, they need to understand that there's a higher power and that some, not all, but some and too many that we see are pushing the limit, screaming in a cop's face, yo, fam, what planet are you from where you think you can roll up on a cop and scream in his face? Well, and like, what's happening in your life where you don't even just treat people like that's not how you treat people.
And the first question that people ask, like, where are these kids' parents? Where are the parents? Well, she's right there.
And I will say, you can tell that this kid is obviously not a bad kid, but he was just trying to push boundaries because he was out there dressed in all black, trying to. And then the second the second she got there, he followed. If he was a real badass, he wouldn't have just been like, all right. He needed someone to say,
nobody turning against
get your ass over here.
Ain't nobody going against their mom.
There are people turning against mom.
Fam, if he was 35 and his mom rolled up on him, he was a black mom. You saw her hair. She works at the hair shop. Yeah. She slapped him with all type of brushes before. You know what time it is. Supermom or nah? Hello?
Hello?
We got Delisha from Brooklyn. Do you think this mom in the video...
from Brooklyn.
Delisha, excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. Do you think this mom in the video in Baltimore is just doing her job, or is she Supermom?
She's just doing her job.
Talk about it. See? I'm not always wrong, bro.
I didn't think you were wrong, but...
This is what she's a black mother, and this is what we do. I have 4 sons. So, I mean, I can understand. I'm not above it. I've been and snatched my sons up from the park. Like, you're supposed to be home when I get home from work, not at club. 2 days you're in the house. So she just did what mommy did.
There you go. Thank you for your call. I didn't think you were wrong, Rosenberg. That's not.
No, I just wanted to show off for being right with one person.
But I do think that in the context of what's happening in Baltimore, this mom and us having this on video, I think it should be celebrated. You know, maybe she's not Supermom, but it should be celebrated because we need more of it. And don't think it's just black moms. Italian moms, crack you.
Some people,
Korean moms, crack you.
Spanish
moms, crack you.
Some people are making the argument that she looked a little too comfortable just instantly going to hit her kid, and should that necessarily be the kind of parenting that's being celebrated as a hero? That's
look, we can have that conversation, but evidently this teenage boy, not a child, this is a young man, needs his ass whooped because he thinks it's okay to go out and just break up stuff.
Yeah, man. And this mother cares about her son, and she's involved. You know what I mean? I think that's an example that people are celebrating.
Maria.
Yeah.
Do you think this mom is Supermom, or she's just doing her job?
Well, for one, I agree with Rosenberg that the media dividing everybody with this issue in Baltimore. If you're not in Baltimore, either you're seeing a bunch of people rioting, you don't see the tens of thousands of people protesting, or you're seeing this one mom yanking her kid up. I don't think she's Supermom, but she did what she was supposed to do.
There you go.
And this this particular event required for her to go snatch her kid up. Now, if he was just being mischievous and doing what normal 16-year-old kids doing, and she come out her house and whoop his ass, that's a little too much. But in this situation where black kids are getting killed by cops and then on TV, yes, go get your kid, and if you got to whoop his ass to get him back in the house, do what you got to do.
I mean,
now the thing is, though,
gems.
Those are gems. She's getting all the credit for doing that. There are, just for the record, there are parents in those neighborhoods who had their kids sitting in their house doing homework when it was all happening.
That's true.
What about those parents? Well, a lot. What about those parents?
That's right.
Those are the parents that really were getting it done, if you want to talk about it.
Yo, Blair from Queens.
How you doing?
Super mom or just a mom doing what she's supposed to do?
He's just a mom. I'm a mother. If that was my son, I would have went out there and slapped him upside his head, too. If one of my friends saw him out there, they should have been slapping him upside his head and dragging him in the house. If I see something, I say something. Just the other day, I got out of my car. I saw a young black man walking around with a toy gun, pointing it in the air. I got out of my car and I said, young man, I know I'm young. You don't think I should be saying anything to you. I don't want you to be alarmed, but you need to take that in the house. Because if a cop sees you with that gun,
right.
he can shoot you
That
first.
way, good for you.
People have to step in.
There you go. Yo, give it up for Blair from Queens.
There you go.
Shout your borough, man.
Q York, what up?
Now, to close this out,
What's
we
Q
have to go to a white woman in Brooklyn. Stephanie.
Listen, that's the whole reason I called in, because I know that a lot of people feel that black moms are way more strict than white moms. But I am a white mom, and I am from Brooklyn, and if that was my son, I probably would have beat his little behind on TV, too, because I think it's disgusting, and if all moms got together and all of them packed up and beat up their kids on TV, they would have